So this afternoon we've got Cindy with us from Mrs. Prime. Hi Cindy.
Hi Emily.
We're going to create a whole new playlist where we kind of live source. So obviously it's being recorded for YouTube, it's not live, but we are looking at data live that we haven't seen before. And we're just going to check through and talk through our thought processes, whether we buy it, what's available, what software we use, and just generally have a chit chat about whether we would add stuff into our inventory. So what's your favourite software for sourcing?
Arbitrage Hero.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, it's the only software I use at the moment, so I just find it easier to search this way. I prefer to search via shops rather than deal sheets.
Excellent. Again, we'll link that underneath as well. So what's our search criteria? You use this all the time, so direct me as to what you think would be a good way
so
to...
I asked on my group what people would like us to search for, and we're going to look, we're going to do it by category.
Okay.
I think. So we don't need to choose a shop, we can go straight down to category.
Okay.
And we're going to do home and kitchen, I think.
Awesome. So we'll do this once a week and we'll do different categories, because I'm a firm believer that groceries, health and beauty and toys everyone knows about, but actually there's some really good products in some other categories, so not to dismiss them when you're doing your sourcing. What sales rank do you want?
We could try, leave it as 3.
Yep, done.
Yep.
Minimum ROI?
20 I usually put it at.
Yeah, I like to have about £2 profit. Where are you? Kind of what's your...
It depends what I'm looking for. I sometimes do search for £1 profit, but £2.
So why don't we go in the middle, 150?
Yeah.
Okay, and then minimum price?
£1.
Yep. Maximum price? So we want to spend more than 15, do we?
20? Yeah.
Okay, and sort by profit, high to low.
Yeah, let's go highest profit first.
Yeah, let's do it. And that's it. And then match by barcode.
Yeah, let's try that, see what comes
Right.
up.
All right. Can't you find something? Can't look. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's lucky.
Oh, wow, look at that. £13 profit. Holy moly. Right.
Right.
Okay. So I've sold how do you pronounce that? Adidas? Adis? Yeah, I want to say Adidas, like Nike. It's not, is it? So do you like this, or does this look...
Yeah, so if you hover over, you'll be able to see the store, but I have actually asked Max if he'll add in the name of the store on there, because if you're searching by category, obviously you don't know what store
so this brings up everything in home and kitchen in all of the stores that's on Arbitrage Hero. Arbitrage Hero is like about 6 weeks old, isn't it? So new stores are being added on like a daily basis.
Yeah,
I think
so you can obviously, you can search by store.
Yeah.
But if you're searching by category, it's quite nice to actually know what the shop is before, you're just scrolling down quickly. It'd be nice to know what the shop is.
Well, hopefully, I think hopefully he'll be quite responsive and do it for us.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes him.
You never know. So this to me, as a quick once over, this to me looks like it's 5 litre, and that is quite big. Are you you send everything FBA? Yeah, me too.
I send everything FBA, so I probably wouldn't send something.
Can't do that too big. This drainer looks all right actually. What's the £12 profit? 85% ROI is good. 1 FBA. Okay, so you have a look. So we'll click on Amazon, and then we'll click on the supplier. Oh, it's come from Argos. Okay. So Arbitrage Hero and SAS talk to each other. So if you're a SAS user, Arbitrage Hero will pre-populate it with whatever data it has if it opens. That's the fault of my slow computer, not either of the softwares. So what do you reckon to this? Wow, look, 0.21% BSR. That's really good.
Wow.
Okay, so I can sell it. It's oversized. It's a small oversized. Do you sell oversized stuff?
I haven't. Oh, actually, did I sell one? Yes, I have sold a couple of things that had to go to a different...
Yeah, they always get split. So for me, something that's small and oversized, I kind of take a deeper look, because I think a lot of people dismiss oversized stuff. So I think there's less competition for it.
Yeah.
I think.
And I don't think it'd be that big, would it? I mean, it's to go in your drainer, so it can't be that.
No. Well, I reckon if you're doing a big box, the biggest box is what, 61 centimeters, isn't it? Yeah. You can probably fit 3 or 4 of them in a box.
Yeah.
Well, if the profit is, this is my thinking.
What's the profit?
If your profit's £12 and you can fit 4 of them in a box, you're going to make 40 quid after all your costs and bits and bobs. Fag packet. calculations. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I always pop out the Keepa graph because I think Keepa's like really, really important.
Yeah. So do you pay for Keepa, or is this a free trial?
I pay for Keepa because I do these. I look at these things. I look for deals. I look to track things. I love the data. There's so many things you can do with Keepa.
I know, I've been on it a few times, and it's just so much information.
Loads you can do with it. You can actually source. You can actually source within Keepa. So these are things where Amazon's currently lower. For example, this thing here. I know it's not what the video is about, but I've just accidentally kind of deviated. So, for example, this is normally £33. Today it's £6.99. This is normally 32 on Amazon. This is 6.82 right
so
this
you
second.
do what do they call it? An Amazon flip?
Yeah. If you're doing Amazon flips, don't ever buy Prime because you'll be in trouble. So merchant fulfilled. Right, that's another video. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Right. So yes, no, I love Keepa charts. So, what do you look for in a chart, Cindy? What's the most important thing to you in your business?
So I'll look how much the price has changed.
Yep.
So if something's selling for £50, obviously if it's only been selling for £50 for a month or so, and everywhere else it's been selling for £10,
yep.
Obviously that's not a good reflective of the.
So we've kind of got that here. We've got a buy box of £18.99 and £15. So although it is, see, it's only jumped up here. It's been floating around £18.99, and that makes me worried because it's £15.
Yeah.
So
see, I wouldn't bother, especially because it's so big as well.
I know. There's only one seller as well. So should we ditch that?
Yeah, ditch
that. Move on. And this is manual sourcing, I don't know if you agree, is by far and away the best way to source. You find deals that no one else spots, but it is a bit laborious. So
it is, and that's why I've got tennis elbow.
Well, I think I've got a team of VAs. I'll admit I don't really manually source. I get them to source, but I don't have much time to do it. Yankee candles.
Yeah, they're not good, are they?
No, you get IP issues with Yankee, so we'll move on.
Right, food container. I actually sell pack of 6. I actually sell some plastic.
Nice.
It sells really well.
Okay.
But there it's pack of 6 for 1, so that's not going to work, is it? So Amazon, it's a pack of 6.
Yeah, but it depends on the price, right? So let's have a look. I don't know what supplier it is. So wow, okay. So you're looking at between £6.19. Oh, hang on. A pack of 6 on this site is 20. It's selling for 23. That's not
going to work. But there is a new shop there that we've just discovered. I've not heard of that before.
No, me neither. Oh, lost it. No, me neither. It was
Ozaru.
There you go. Yeah, make a note.
Yeah.
And actually, this is quite popular. There's 5 FBMs and 8 new offers. That's quite a popular one. Right.
Yeah. So there might be somewhere else that's selling that. So you could just take that
in Google. Should we chuck it in Google and see what comes up? I don't need the set 6-bit, do we? You've got to find exactly that. See that? There's another new shop. That's exactly the same, isn't it? Should we open that? Okay, so if we go into SAS for a second, SAS will tell us, obviously it's based on the criteria I put in the setup, but it's all pretty generic. Did I press the button? Sorry, that's it. SAS tells me the maximum cost for me to hit my criteria. So my criteria, for anyone who's interested, I am VAT registered, by the way. It's top 5% BSR, £2 profit, and 25% ROI. And I've got a prep fee of 52p. I prep myself, but that's it. That's my prep fee.
Yeah, so I think I put like 30p in my prep.
Yeah. Oh, I recently started adding. Oh, where have I gone? I recently started adding 10p to every single item to cover those things where Amazon never give you money back.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, it's like an insurance thing. So I started putting on an Amazon like non-reimbursement tax on everybody else. So we need to find this for £11.33. Okay, so that's
for 6.
Yeah, for 6, right? So £3.95 times 6, not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So you could, if you had the time and inclination, you probably went digging. You probably could find this, but for me, I'm just going to move on because there are millions and millions of items on Amazon.
Yeah.
What do you think about the willow tree figures?
I've never sold them.
sold them.
No, I don't know if they've got if you're allowed to sell them or anything.
Find out.
By Littlewoods.
Let's find out.
I think they're quite popular though, aren't they?
They are real. I've seen them everywhere in all the little independent shops.
Yeah.
You've got different, so you've got to watch out. Oh, what's happening? Watch out with your sizes. Take note of your sizes. Does it say how big it is? That's the, I'd worry about which one I'm buying.
Does it say if you go down a little bit? Product details.
Oh wow. Okay. 3 centimeters, 14, and hopefully that's in inches. Great. Wow, the joy of sourcing.
Should I get a tape measure?
Yeah, go on, do it. Jump on Google and it will oh, you've got a tape measure. Yeah, do it. Definitely live, Cindy.
I can't find it.
Okay, let's Google it. So what do we have? Let's find the biggest one. 14 centimeters.
Yeah.
In inches. Right, 14 centimeters inches. Oh, that's not very helpful, is it?
Oh, that's meters. Change the little.
There you go. 5.5 is 14 centimeters, right? So this is 14 centimeters. This is 5 points. So there.
5.9.
5.5. So do you know what, right?
This is what
I'd be like, this is not working. I'm likely to make a mistake. Move on. Again, if you could be bothered to dig, I reckon you could do quite well, because there'll be loads of people who just go, no.
Scrap it. Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to sell glass mugs? My husband would kill me if he's got a prep glass.
I know. I've sold candles.
Have you?
And they were glass and heavy, and I was just worrying the whole time that they get broken.
Okay, back to another willow tree. Should we have a look at another willow tree and see?
Yes, that dog looks quite similar to the other dog.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. Good check. Oh, it's Argos.
Okay. Argos, £9.
That's only one size. Hallelujah, one size. Excellent. Yeah, so you can cherry pick. You don't need to buy every item that's got a big profit. You can cherry pick what goes into your business. This also, for me and my money, this looks a bit like a replenishable. It's not on an offer, so I reckon this is something you can just keep replenishing. So I need to buy it for £12 to meet my criteria. 66% ROI, £6 profit. No buy box.
Available for delivery as well.
Excellent. No buy box. Does that bother you?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Amazon. Amazon. We don't know if they share the buy box, so let's pull it out on Keepa. Do you compete with Amazon?
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay.
So Amazon. Oh wow. Okay. So that's quite a block of. They're out of stock now. Right. How long have they been on it for the last year? Wow, they've been on it like all the time.
And it says that they don't know if it shares it.
Don't know if they share. So Amazon, buy box, Amazon. So that must be code word for no. Doesn't share. Because that looks like. But then look, you've got loads of. So what happened? If you look, this is a really interesting bit of Keepa analysis, a bit of value for everybody. Yep. Notice here, Amazon went out of stock, and look what happened to the sellers. All of them sold out within like a day. So they were all sitting there, and that must have absolutely flown out.
Yeah. And
if you look at what the price did, it just went.
So what was it selling for?
It was started off on £7.59, and it got pushed up to £17.50.
So it's for me.
So they've sat there for ages. Look at that, and when it goes down a bump, that's a sign someone's dropped out, or maybe they've had enough and ended up pulling out their inventory because it's been there for so long. But yeah, I wouldn't compete because it looks like Amazon don't share.
Yeah.
On this one.
Yeah.
So what I would do now, if this was me sourcing for my business, I'd make a note with Willow that Amazon don't share, and then check another Willow and another one. If you get 3 or 4 where they don't share, I'll just write that off and just not bother checking anymore.
And I might check that again in a month or something and see if Amazon have come back to it or not. And if they haven't, I might maybe buy a couple and see.
Yeah. Wait and see. Well, everyone, there's no sellers left because everyone's sold out, didn't they? Do you sell only stuff you like? Because I don't mean to be rude, but I don't really like that. Probably going to get sued by Willow Tree now. I'm so sorry.
I started only buying stuff I like, and you kind of get a bit attached to things, don't you? Like, oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah. But I've tried to not do that because it closes your closes you in a bit, doesn't it?
And then when something just isn't viable anymore, you kind of stick with it because you feel loyal to your brand, and you're like, no. Okay, so no, so we'll get there. We will get there. We'll find one. I happen to know that Salter is an IP. Avoid them. China, don't really want some China.
So if you click on the little red bin on the Salter scales, if you go along the Salter scales right to the end, you can blacklist that.
Oh, does that let Arbitrage Hero know it's blacklisted?
I don't know.
Oh,
but it just disappears off my screen.
Love that. That's awesome. Love that. Okay, what's this? Iron and Glory Bulldog Wine Stopper. I do sell a couple of little random things like this.
Yeah, and I would buy something like that from Amazon before.
Yeah.
So it's $10.99.
Where's it come from? Very.
There's been quite a few berries.
That's quite cute. Is that stock? That's a bummer.
So
would you make a note to come back to that?
Yeah, I probably would actually.
Okay. Would it be viable?
Although it looks slightly different.
I think it's black and white. Is it black and white?
Is it a black and white picture? Yeah.
Yeah, is that a black and white picture? Oh, okay, now there's a question. Oh, there we go. So it's, so would you or would you not now?
Is it black and white or is it just,
I don't know.
What's it actually say? If you open it on
let's have a look.
Amazon.
Colour black, colour gold.
Yeah.
There you go. That's why you always need to open it up on Amazon and have a proper look. That changes the price though. Look.
Yeah, it drops the price.
That price just drops completely. So I can't see that. I can't see that being viable. So nope. Okay. Silent light mattress. That's going to be massive. Yeah, let's just say no. Glass mugs again. No, thank you. Wonder Woman cup. That comes in a box like that.
Yeah.
So you've got half a chance of getting that safely.
Yeah.
FBM sellers. Should we have a look?
Yeah. That's
coming from Very again. I don't ever source from Very.
I've not bought from Very.
I should. Yeah. 11.56.
Yeah.
Can I sell it? Should I sell it? Delivery within 4 working days, which is quite helpful to know. £3.84 profit. No buy box. Does that bother you?
No, I'd still have a look.
Okay, because customers still buy it.
Yeah.
So Amazon are on it, but they probably share the buy box here. No IP issues. Only FBM. So what does that say to you if it's only FBM?
Does that tell you that it's probably too expensive to send it FBA?
Maybe, or maybe it's fragile. So you can look at this 2 ways, right? So you can look at it quite cautiously and say, do you know what, it's going to be fragile, or it's too big to send, or too complicated. I look at that and say, if I can find a way to get that into Amazon safely, when buyers click the Prime button, I'm the only one they see.
Yeah.
So I take quite a risky view of that.
Is it actually ceramic? Gold.
Have a look at the actual thing.
Oh, yeah,
coffee mug. I quite like that, you know.
I quite like it.
I don't want to buy stuff I like. Okay, so shall we see what Keepa has to say about it? Sorry, I just shut myself. Let's see what Keepa has to say. There is no FBA. Pop it out. So Amazon were on it.
Yeah.
Not consistently.
Yeah.
So they've had quite a long period of not being on it. And the number of sellers, that's never been on a deal sheet by the look of it. And it's, again, as soon as Amazon went, no, thank you, £11. Let me move this out the way. As soon as Amazon went, no, thank you, or out of stock, the price rose a bit. What can we get it for? 11.56. I don't know. I don't know if I can. Where am I looking? This one. £20. Do you reckon we could get it for 20? I think there are people. Oh no, it's not. 11.56 plus £9 shipping. £17 plus shipping. So you can go, as an FBA seller, you can go between 11 and 13% above the lowest MF seller and still get the buy box. but I don't think that's a real price. In fact, I think the real price is like 11.
Yeah. So the price has gone up because, so that's the
They've
price
added the
of
shipping.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, oh, no, thank you. Don't think so. What do you think? Would you do it?
I might buy one or two.
Well, 1 or 2. Go you. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, what's your investment? 20 quid? I'd buy 3 because then you get free delivery.
Yeah. I usually buy things in 3s. But if I'm buying something for the first time, I'll buy 3 of them.
So you'd buy that? That's interesting. The BSR is really low, and the ROI is quite good. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so you found one. I'm still yet to find anything. Duvet cover set.
I don't buy any bed covers.
Do you not?
No.
Any reason?
Most times when I've looked, there's been so many that come up.
Yeah.
I found it hard to find a match, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Really useful tray box. These could be really good because of all the home offices that are springing up now. And look at that ROI, if that's accurate. Look at that. Let's close all our Wonder Woman things. So you've got one because you've got your Wonder Woman. That's not. We've been doing this video.
Only because I want one for myself.
We've only been going 10 or 15 minutes, and you found one. So that's not bad, to be fair. That's not bad. So, what am I looking at up here? Okay, so I happen to know, because I'm a mature student, that Ryman has a 10% student discount, so I can actually get this for £2.70, give or take.
Do you use honey as well?
Yeah, love honey. Yeah, I found something really good with that the other week. Yeah. So, standard size, that was the first thing I wanted to look at, was oversize. Yeah. Eligible, BSR's nice. Profit's all right, £3 profit, I'll take that. Pop Keepa out. Oh, what do you think to that graph?
Guys, I have no idea what that all means.
Okay. So for me, I think that's a really lovely graph. Okay, so basically it's been going for 1,600 days. So the listing has been there for 5 years. So that screams replenishable. Firstly,
yeah.
It also says to me that it's never been on a deal sheet because there's no peak and trough.
Okay.
There's no massive, because normally a deal sheet's like up to like 30 or however many have it, and then they all kind of drop off. So that to me is under the radar, has not been on a deal sheet thus far. Has it ever? No. So the most sellers I would ever have been competing with is 7. Oh, I've suddenly come down with a snivelly nose. Apologies.
So Amazon were on it for a little while.
Yeah, you're going. This is the whole year data. This time last year, because everyone's house tidying, aren't they, in January? But we don't know if these 7 are FBM or FBA. So that could be half and half. So it might even be better than it looks. It sells 2 a month, which is probably why it's not been on a deal sheet.
Okay.
So I'm very happy. My kind of business, I would be super happy to shove 4 of them in and see if I can, because I think these things are always slightly underestimated, because Amazon doesn't actually tell you this. Keepa have to use algorithms, so does SAS and BuyBot Pro. No one actually knows the answer except Amazon. Yeah. And I think they all underestimate.
Yeah, I think they do. Some of my products are selling much better than what Keepa said.
Yeah. So I think for me, I would definitely do this because I've got that for 29p off.
Yeah.
So I've got that for £2.70. So if I put £2.70 in there because I've got a student discount, attach yourself to student people, it can be very lucrative.
Yeah, I've got a few of them.
So, FBM, and then the other thing I like to check is the people that are selling it. I like to see how kind of credible they are. So this guy here, Home Junction's got 2,500 reviews. Roughly, it's about, give or take, naturally 1 review for every 100 sales.
Okay.
That's quite an established seller. So if he's on there, or she, they've done their due diligence, it's probably safe to sell. You know, it means that, you know, they wouldn't be on something that isn't really viable.
Yeah. And if, for instance, there was a seller called Really Useful, as in the company, would you go on it or not?
No. Really? I avoid anything where there's only 1 or 2 sellers. I like to have 3 or more sellers. Between 3 and 7 is my target. Unless it's a brand that I know. For example, if it was like Nestle or Tetley that I know is safe to sell, and I found 1 seller, I think I'd hit gold, because it just means that no one else has found it. So if you know the brand is safe, then one seller's fine. But no, never compete with something that matches. Never, never, never. No. Right. Okay, that's cool. So no buy box again. That would go in mine, definitely. I would definitely do that.
Yeah, me too.
Done. 2-1. So let's see if we find one more, and then tiny cook. That looks like a toy. Should we look?
Does it say 2? What do I know?
Okay. With these, I think I always worry about the people returning stuff. When you've got a surprise thing, I always worry about a kid wanting a particular one and not getting it, and then it being returned. So
how much is it?
Where's it coming from? NDA Toys. Okay. It is, you have to buy, okay, so this is a toy wholesaler. They come in packs of 6, so you can't buy like 1 to test it. You'd have to buy 6, so you'd have to put £41 down as a test. But if you notice, they've only got the one design there. I would want to see that design to know I'm sending the customer the same thing that they expect. So probably not for me. You?
No, me neither.
No. This one. Stranger Things. What is that? Is that like a TV program or something? Am I just sounding really old? Am I just be like the most uncool person ever?
It's a TV series.
Okay, is it good?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh no. Okay. There's a window.
I quite like them.
So it's a set of 3. But if you have a look, does it come in like a box? Okay, I imagine they'd come in a pretty little box rather than like that.
Yeah.
$13.99, 21. Okay. So it's saying to me the maximum cost for my particular objectives is $12.71. So we are slightly over.
Yeah.
And question is, will I sacrifice my ROI given the profit's nice?
I don't think I would spend that much.
Okay.
To get that profit.
To get that much back. Okay. So I would think about it. I would now. Because I'd be the only FBA in there. I'd go in at 21.95 plus about 11%.
Okay.
So 10% of 21's £2.10. So I'd go in at about 25 quid. So if I went, there you go. So if I went in at £25, what does that do to my numbers? Not a lot. Still leaves me in trouble. So if I didn't get to go over the top, this is what you've got to look at. So if I couldn't go over the top of the merchant fulfilled, or if I just couldn't win that buy box, I'm actually making a loss. So for me, you've got to play around. It's all right to take a risk, but what happens if that risk doesn't pay off? So for me, and it's a bit, I might do this in like September, knowing that come Christmas it will sell. But I wouldn't do it now because Christmas is, by the time this gets in, if you've got to wait for other people to sell out and stuff, not for me.
And for me, I don't have a very big cash flow, so paying that much out for that profit wouldn't work for me.
Wouldn't work. No. Okay. I've seen loads of these. I've never had one, but I've seen loads of people.
You know you're a YouTuber now, you have to get one.
Do I? Okay. Okay, so this is Argos. So anything like this where does say limited stock, but I imagine that's because limited by Christmas.
Oh yeah, it's not available for delivery or click and collect.
Oh, very good. Okay, so but that doesn't mean it won't be available in your area. So it might be, we'll have a look because it might be available somewhere else. And it's good just to go through the process of would you, wouldn't you, why.
Yeah.
So when I see something like that, ignore the fact that it's not available, because that hasn't, although it says limited stock, they're probably limiting it for Christmas because they're selling out. So for me, that's a replenishable, and that's an all year round thing. People don't just buy them in the winter or the summer.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say it's the price hasn't gone down. That's just the
no. I would pull out Keepa now.
Yeah.
And I would probably put that in as a replenishable. Replenishables are everywhere. And it's wow, look at that. Okay, so what does that graph say to you?
It tells me that it's been the same price for a very long time.
Yep. What else does it say? Sorry, we have a hover.
So the sales rank seems quite high.
Yep. What about your price and your blue line? What about the absence of a pink line?
I don't know.
Pink line's your buy box.
No buy box. So there's no buy box
There's
on it.
never been a buy box. And your price is $9.99. And that's never gone anywhere.
But Amazon are not on it.
No. So
Oh,
you've had a little flurry here for some reason. See, this graph to me just says, I don't think it really sells, which is mad. Drops, no drops. Drops in the 90 days, nothing.
How long has it been selling for? Just since?
No, 1600 days.
Oh.
So my school of thought in my business is, do you know what, as I said before, there are squillions of items in Amazon. So for me, I basically look for a reason not to buy something. If I find the reason, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. I can sit here and analyze this for ages and I can persuade myself to buy it. But so I approach an item going, can I buy this? Is it replenishable? Yes and yes. And I'll spend some time digging until something tells me no. And at that point, it just goes. I'm quite ruthless.
Yeah. And sometimes, well, most of the time, not buying a deal is just as important as buying a deal. So.
Oh my God, I've saved myself so much money by not buying deals. Because to look at this as a product, I've seen these in home, like loads of people's houses. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
So you'd be, oh, that'd sell well. Actually, when you analyse it a bit, it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Picture frames.
I haven't sold picture frames before.
Any reason?
Worried that they would get smashed, but I mean, I suppose you could wrap them in a load of bubble wrap.
Okay. Should we have a look?
That says
no.
4. That says. Sorry. That says. Oh, no, that's the size. No, that's the size actually.
Yeah. Should we have a look?
Yeah.
I do worry slightly. These are taste.
Yeah, they will definitely.
It's a personal taste thing.
Yeah.
So how many very things have we found home and kitchen? That's the other thing. So although I think I found 1 or 2, Cindy's one ahead of me with 3. Although we haven't had the best sourcing day, and we haven't managed to buy like 10 different ASINs. What I've learned is that very's very good. Excuse the double very. Very's very, very good. Very's good. I've had a bit of a chat, and Cindy's kind of had a different perspective to things, which have opened my eyes a bit. So we found the new website as well, didn't we? So sourcing isn't a sourcing session isn't just how many products can I buy, it's what can I learn. So next time I might go to Very straight away, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they have quite a few sales and price drops as well, Very. Not that I've ever bought from them.
No, I thought it was a catalogue. I was about Littlewood's catalogue, I think.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I think it is a catalogue.
Hollow Willoughby with the advert. That's what I know.
It's on credit as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So it's my my SAS is saying £11.19 is my maximum price. So I'm paying slightly over.
Yeah.
And that's sacrificing my ROI, but I would be relatively happy with £12.12 if everything else was equal.
So how many sellers are there?
I don't know. Buy boxes FBA. There's no FBA sellers, so that automatically makes me smile. That makes me think it's a big thing. What massive seller? Look at that, massive, and a fairly big seller. So if there's 100 sales is a review roughly.
Oh, wow.
That guy or lady's massive.
And what I also do is when I'm sourcing and I find people on a listing, I'll then click on their name and look at their store.
Yeah.
And see what else, and then I'll just be I'll be sourcing
rabbit holes all day long. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I do that too. It's a really, really good way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I can go again 11, 12, 13% above that. So I can add another £2.10. So I reckon if I sold this in my business, too many noughts. I reckon I could do this £24, which changes my ROI. And I like something like this. Pull out Keepa. What does the Keepa? We're going to have a little Keepa session. I love Keepa. What does Keepa say? When I had my maths lesson, I was like, Miss, when am I ever going to need to learn to read a graph when I'm an adult? Lo and behold, I should have learned. So what does this graph say to you?
It tells me that there's been quite a few sales. It's going up down there. Yeah.
4 a month.
How long has it been?
2 a month. Really old. See, this is a replen.
So if you bought something like this, I know we were talking about advertising the other day. I've never done any advertising.
Yep.
Would you then put it? Would you put some advertising?
So I run a PPC campaign for every single item in my inventory. Simple as that. I have a budget of up to 5 pence per click. I run quite a lot. You can have like a £2 budget a day if you want to, and that's what the sponsored links are. So it's people who've looked for picture frames but didn't buy one, or looked for silver picture frames or floral picture frames, didn't pick one. It would then come up on their picture on their screen to buy. Personally, I have a budget of £25 a day because I've got a lot of SKUs to advertise. £25 a day is my budget. I think off the top of my head, I think I've spent in the last 3 months, I think I spent 650, and it's brought me in an additional £11,000 in revenue.
Wow.
So for me, it's
we need to do on advertising.
Yeah. But for me, when you analyse it, some of my items have been clicked on loads and never bought. Some of my items, which probably would have sold anyway, have sold more.
Yeah.
So it's a very personal thing.
Turn it off?
For me, I'm just like, that's £11,000 in my business. I don't know that I would have had before. Might have done, but I do know I've got it through PPC.
And you don't turn it off. You just leave it on the whole time.
All the time.
Oh, wow.
So I spend £25 a day. So if you've got 5p clicks, that is a lot of people who can click.
Yeah.
I've had something like 5 million impressions or something like that. So I just, So as every time I send a shipment in or a set of boxes in, I go into my inventory and I add them to my PPC. There's probably not the most economic way to do it. You probably want to do some sort of analysis and work out which ones are best to do, etc. For me, it's 25 quid.
Yeah.
It usually brings me in anything between £200 and £600 into my business every day that I wouldn't have got otherwise.
Wow.
So yeah, but a lot of people do it with like a £3 budget, so spending like 20 quid a week. I started with £2 and I ran out of budget quite early, and I liked it quite early in the day. So then I put it to like £4 and £5 and £6. So
and can you do it for like a time in the day, or does it just go?
It runs for 24 hours. So at midnight, don't forget Amazon are an hour ahead. So 1 o'clock for us is midnight for them. So they're an hour ahead because they based in Luxembourg. So the hours are a bit different. But yeah, so midnight it just resets, and I'd run out my budget of like 5 quid by like 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, well, there's going to be other people who are looking this afternoon. So I do add it. I probably add £2 a day to my budget about every 2 weeks, and I'm going to just keep going. So there was a video where an 8-figure seller that's over £10 million was interviewed, and he was like, yeah, I've got a budget of like £10,000 a day or something stupid like that.
Wow.
But then if he sells that much, well, not £10,000 a day, maybe £10,000 a week. But anyway, the point is, as your business grows, so does your spend. So yeah, so that's PPC. But for this particular ASIN here screams to me replenishable. So it's not on an offer in the shop. The website isn't going anywhere. It's a website that's very kind of stable. The number of sellers hasn't gone up and down.
Yeah, it's not a brand. It's not a brand, is it? It's just
impressions.
Oh, impressions.
I don't know. The ASIN's quite old too. So if we go back a whole year, there's not really been any massive. I mean, obviously the price has mucked about a little bit, but if you're happy to just, don't know, see, that's not stable enough for me. In hindsight, that's probably not stable enough. I'd buy 2 or 3 and test it. Yeah, I don't particularly like that. I love the bottom graph's great. No deal sheets, no sellers, no drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. What do you think of that one?
Might give it a go.
Yeah, I would. I'd send 2 or 3 in and give it a test. Yeah. Let's find one more. I could sit and do this all day. I love doing this. Let's find one more. So, wow, that's an interesting graph.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It's probably gone from 22. Someone's sold out. So that's not. There's those things again.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I like the look of that. Little shopping bag. 9 quid. That's a lot of money for a shopping bag. Let's have a look at this one. Should we look at this one?
Yep.
The ROI is very low.
How much is it? Oh, it's £9. You get £2 profit. How many are selling though?
Don't know. Let's have a look. I like to sell unusual things like this. People don't really go for things like this. I reckon are out of stock. It's Very again. Wow, definitely learnt Very is a good site to source on. What's this? What is that? Do I even want to know?
Filter for something.
It's a filter for what? Oh, DIY. It's a filter for something.
Over a sander or something.
Oh, no, thank you. So what would you do in this situation? Because this is taking us to a completely different category, to a completely different website. What would you do now?
I'd see how much it's selling for.
Yeah, see, I'd carry on looking. Yeah, I'm the same.
It looks nice and light.
Yeah, maximum cost £1.15p. At the moment, it's going to make me a 65p profit. So 278. Oh no! See, this there's no money in this. Look, for me, with my criteria, I need to buy it for £1.15. So that's not going to happen.
But I'd save the website.
Yes, this website is a really good one for tools. I use it quite a lot. There you go, there's a little nugget for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we spent what, 45 minutes, half an hour, 50 minutes, whatever it's been. We've had a look at about 20 out of the 29. How many did you find? 4?
Yeah, 3 or 4, I think.
I was one less than you. So if we were to go and buy those now and put them in our business, some would be replenishable, some you'd just sell 3 or 4. That's how I run my business. I just find lots of bits and bobs, put them in, low competition, low number of sales, and see where the world takes us.
Yeah, for me, I always start with 3, unless I'm doing RA and I've seen a basket full of stuff that's a brilliant price. I will always start with 3 items, and then if they sell out, then I might buy 10.
Yeah.
And then if they go, then I might buy 20. But I do a gradual build up.
Yeah, sure. That's always the best way to do it. I was in Curry's getting something. I can't remember what I was getting, something non-business related. And they had this basket by the till of these little tiny like radio things, like Bluetooth speakers, and they were slashed from like $39.99 down to a tenner, and there was like 50 of them there. And I don't know why. I'm like, I never do this. And I was like, shall I? Shan't I? Shall I? Anyway, I brought like 48 of them. I left to always leave 1 or 2 for someone else. I brought like 48 of them. The bloke laughed at me. I went, oh, they're gifts from my staff. I don't know. I scanned them quickly on SAS. It looked all right. Sort of went for a big punt. Put them in. This is about 4 months ago. And I've sold the last one yesterday. And they all went for like $39.99. So I made like 11 quid profit on each of them. It was on a punt. I just saw them in the basket and I was like,
something like that. Yeah, something like that you could go for.
Yeah. All the way home I was going, what have I done? I've just spent 400 quid on something I don't even know if I like.
You can send them back, can't you? If you got home and you did some more analysis.
The embarrassment. They all laughed at me when I brought them. And they can imagine if I had to go and walk them back again. Sorry, they don't work.
Walk of shame.
Yeah, it was literally, so. Yeah, but that's not a good move to do. Testing and freeze is a much better way forward. Awesome. So what category are we looking at next week?
I don't know. I'll ask in my group.
Yeah. What I might do, so we're filming this on the 4th of December. This probably won't go live on Facebook for a week or so. So maybe I could buy them and put them in and see if any of them are any good.
Oh, that's good.
Shall I?
Yeah, do it.
But then I don't want everyone to go and jump on my listing and like know who I am and like, like kill all my yeah. I might do. We'll have a look. We'll have a see. I might do. Okay. We'll see. Think about it. Awesome. So next week we're doing. I didn't hear your answer. Sorry. Next week we're doing.
I'm going to ask my group, see what they fancy.
Yeah. So we were supposed to find silicone spatulas and candlesticks.
Candelabra.
Unfortunately, we didn't really look like that. You can probably find them if you look on the Argos site or something. But we didn't. We just searched general home and kitchen. But yeah, fun. Awesome. Thank you so much. Look forward to next week.
Thank you, Emily.
That's all right. I don't know how to do this. I'm very techie phobic, so let me just work out. Right, there's the stop button. Take care. See you later. Bye.